Good day, everyone, and welcome to the X-Wing Summer Tournament here at Athena Games. My name is Elliot, the Admiral Baker, and on my right today is, of course,
Ross, the Count Wielden,
and
Alex, TG17 Grinstead.
yeah, what a tournament we got lined up for you, everyone. We have in the first match a scum list, don't we, gentlemen?
Yes.
We're taking it to the scum side of the universe.
What would you two like to go over, of course? Like who they're now setting up right now?
Yep. On your right, you have Kyle Turley. He's flying his most wanted list at 98 points. First ship he's got is a Firespray 31 with Boba Fett. He comes loaded with Veteran Instincts. So Veteran Instincts ups his pilot skill by 2, taking to a grand 10 pilot skill. I don't think there'll be many people beating him. Then you have a heavy laser cannon, a K4 security droid, and a hull upgrade. And then his second ship is Calf Scarlet, which has Veteran Instincts again, a K4 security droid, and the hull instincts hull upgrade again.
Right, okay.
Oh.
On the other side, we have Alec Rubin, who is running a IG-88B with the IG-2000 title, Accuracy Connector,
Corrector.
Auto Blaster, Deadman Switch, Mangler Cannon.
Or the Mango Cannon, as people call it.
Then on the other side we have the IG-88D, also with IG-2000 title, Accuracy Corrector again, Auto Blaster, Deadman Switch, Mangler Cannon as well.
Well, and what do all these upgrades do? Let's go over the list that Kyle's running first. What do they do for you, Ross?
Well, as I said, Veteran Instincts ups your pilot skill, so both of his pilots have those, so they're both running at 2 higher. At 10 and 9.
And we have asteroid deployment now, as we can see by the board.
The K4 security droid, if you can find it, that gives you. Got one, and that means that every time you execute a green maneuver, you acquire a target lock, which is very useful when using a heavy laser cannon. Heavy laser cannon is a standard upgrade for most people who fly the fire sprays, which gives you, there we go,
yes.
4 damage dice, sorry, at range 2 to 3. So you have got a bit of a donut situation going on there. And you have to change all of your crits down to hit results, so you won't be seeing any crits off of that. However, it does mean to say that the ship, the Firespray, will be rolling 4 dice at all times, and at range 2 to 3, at range 3, you will not see the aggressors roll additional range dice if he uses the heavy laser cannons.
Well, that could be an entirely game-changing scenario.
It could be, yes.
So, scum lists. You know, we've not had scum on the stream before, ever. You know, it's our first time running a tournament with scum. I mean, what are you? I mean, have either of you played with scum much?
I normally play scum now. I used to be a rebel pilot, but I do find the scum lists a little bit more free-flowing. They are more aimed at being soloists rather than teaming up. However, the aggressors are really the complete opposite of that, especially with one of the upgrades they have.
No surprising to see such a spread out asteroid formation. What do you think, Alex, of the asteroid formation?
Well, I think it's a nice, well spread out old formation for large, big ships to sort of weave in and out through them. I'd say, looking at the aggressors' movement, it's looking fairly flexible for them.
Because of course, you know, for those who have not played X-Wing, you know, we have K-turns, and they introduced the thing called the Segnor's Loop, didn't they?
Oh
yes, they've got a very interesting maneuver.
It's basically a bank where you turn around at the end, which the IG could turn into a turn. I think it's the IG. So what are the pilot abilities? And there's the handshake as the match is just about to start.
The pilot abilities.
Yes.
Well, on Calf Scarlet, when attacking a ship inside your auxiliary firing arc, you can roll an additional attack dice.
That's interesting. What is an auxiliary firing arc?
The auxiliary firing arc is an extra arc of fire that your main weapon can use. So when you're using, say, the Millennium Falcon, you've got a 360-degree auxiliary firing arc. Whereas with the fire sprays that we're using at the moment, if you can see on the base, there is a direct opposite firing arc to the front ones. So he gets to fire forwards and backwards. But if they get into that side arc, they can actually take it out without actually receiving any return fire. Boba Fett is when attacking or defending, you may re-roll one of your dice for every enemy at range 1. So if he can get right in the thick of it with 2 there, he can re-roll without using any
Target locks.
Target locks, that's the word. It's early in the morning, guys, here in England.
And the first move of the game, it seems the aggressor is going 2 forward. I don't actually know which one is actually B, which one is D, unfortunately. I'll leave my my cohorts in your control while I go and just find that out.
Yep.
I'll do the same with the fire spray.
Now, I've never played with the aggressors before. It's not really my style of ship, but I do know that the IG-2000 skill allows the aggressors to copy the other aggressors' actual ability. So, having said that, what are the Alex? What are the aggressors?
Okay, so with IG-88B, his ability is once per round after you perform an attack that does not hit, you may perform an attack with an equipped cannon secondary weapon.
Oh, right. So it's almost like the Y-wings we had on Wednesday, but you can't hit with the first one.
Yeah.
So IG-88B is the lower one. IG-88D is the higher one. Boba is of course the highest on the screen there, and Kath is just off screen, as you can see there.
So what does the D do?
D, you may execute one of their special maneuvers.
Oh, the signals loop.
Oh, the signals loop using
we just call S loops, shall we?
yes,
The S loop.
the S loop using a turn, which is really changing.
Free maneuver using the corresponding free turn, either left or right template.
That's very tight because it means they turn right around, so you can flank someone very easy. That's going to play into the fact that the fire sprays have that side arc where they are completely vulnerable because they've got 90 front coverage, 90 auxiliary on the rear coverage, and that's it.
Yeah, that's going to make these very movable. Of course, both of them
can do that because the IG-2000 title allows them to share pilot abilities because IG-88, being droids, they can do that.
Yeah, they don't have to take the stress quite so badly. Oh, he's choosing not to use it this time.
No, he's doing a bank right now.
A bank.
Nothing for the second round. Okay, so
so the Mangler cannons, what do they do, Alex?
Mangler cannons. So it is a free attack. Attack one ship. When attacking, you may change one of your standard hits to a crit result.
And that could come into play with those fire sprays. They've got 6 hull after you get through the 4 shields.
Yeah,
and that's within the range 1 to 3 bound.
And you've also got auto blasters as well.
Yep. Same again. Free attacks. Attack one ship. Your hits results cannot be cancelled by defense die. The defender may cancel crit results before actual hit results.
That's incredible. Well, look at this. We've already got into close range here. Kath has come screaming up the center of the board, engaging the B, and here comes Boba Fett in with the shot. Of course, he moves last, being pilot skill 10. It is worth to notice that Boba and Kath both have veteran instincts, which make them 2 pilot skill higher than their standard. And there's a focus from Boba Fett with a target lock as well.
This is going to be quite a difficult call. As I said, I've never flown the IG-88s before, and I've not actually been up against any of them, so I've really no knowledge of what these pokey little ships can do, or large ships.
Well, Boba Fett is extending danger, and there's the first attack of the game, Boba Fett, and it looks like we have a crit, hit, and hit. Spending the target to reroll the last one, that looks like a focus rock to me, which he spends to turn to another hit. That's a total of 2 crits and 2 hits. Incredible first barrage there.
Absolutely amazing.
And he's using his heavy laser cannon.
Which means it's actually 4 hits, not a crit.
It's meaning it's 4 hits.
So that's 2 shields down.
2 shields down on the aggressor. Well, it wasn't going to last long. Let's put it that way.
Good first turn.
Yeah,
You don't often see first turn fighting, but both lists are highly aggressive.
And there's the next attack, and that looks like another 3 hits there.
Yeah.
Incredible. Wow, 3 evades, it looks
evades.
like. Wow, well, that was completely null and void.
So
impressive.
Very aggressive, right? Very quick. That's what these fire sprays and the aggressors do good. They get in, they get up close, and they ram you with their attack dice, just continuing pound upon you. Because look, 3 attack dice from either side. At close range, that's 4. That can be debilitating. That can destroy.
he's finding his Mangler cannon.
Yep.
So
here comes the Mangle Cannon from the aggressors. Now let's see if the aggressors can do back what they've just received.
Oh.
3 hits.
3 hits, and remember, one goes up to a crit.
It looks like the one's already a crit, so that's 1 hit and 2 crits. And it looks like a focus on, unfortunately, the fire spray. Ooh. So Boba takes a bit of a beating there. Oh, well. Oh, God, the Fetonator will last out.
Yeah, it start changing when Kath gets one of these IGs behind it and starts being able to make use of its extra rolling dice.
So, which list do we prefer first, then, guys? Which do we favour?
I actually think the IG-88s are probably got a little bit more. Just looking at the sheets. I mean, if they miss with their first hit and they're in close range, they get to then fire a cannon. So technically, because the Mangler cannon has a range of 1 to 3, when they're at range 1, they can fire both secondary weapons. So, both rolling 3 dice. He could actually fire the auto blasters off first. If that misses, he can then fire the Mangler cannon for more damage. Or the other way around, just depending on which way he wants to go. And he has got that double tap ability, even at long range. If he misses with his normal shot, then he hits. He's got a chance with the Mangler cannon. And what's the actual normal? It's 3. So essentially, he's rolling 3 dice no matter what.
It's fairly incredible. I like seeing scum lists. We've not had a tournament yet. And hello to Beautiful Magic Game, who's in this chat room. If you're in the chat room, give us a shout. We'll give a call out as we see them.
I find it interesting that they've chosen mostly asteroids. I note that Kyle's chosen 2 of the debris fields, which actually favour the big ships because they're not as manoeuvrable.
Yeah, they're not as manoeuvrable.
They don't stop you firing when you land on debris fields.
Yeah, I think that's fine. And here we go. Another IG-88 ability coming up. I believe he's doing the Segnors loop.
Yep.
Here we go. So you're going to take a stress token for this, but he completes the maneuver, but then he spins right around, as you just see there. He does get a stress for that. However, he's clearly going to have the fire sprays in an arc of some kind. I think he's
definitely.
I think he's hoping that IG-88 D down the bottom there, B down the bottom there, will actually block the 2 fire sprays, and means they can't attack him, and hopefully the IG-88 D will be outside the auxiliary arc.
Oh, he's going to bump.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, he moves first. So he does bump. He goes forward, and there we go.
I just think that might have been a bit of a mistake. I don't think he meant to bump there.
Yes, I mean, at this point, as long as those fire sprays do a 2 forward, they're going to bypass that aggressor, and they're going to light it up with his auxiliary arc. And Cat Skull gets an extra dice in her auxiliary arc.
But if Bodler actually does a K-turn here, he would actually be able to get the heavy laser cannon shot on his front arc and do more damage.
Well, we've already had a great match for the start of the tournament. I think. I mean, two ships, an aggressor and two aggressors, 2 fire sprays. Fantastic list.
Yeah, it's looking as though Carl's favouring the auxiliary arc on these 2.
Oh, for the fire spray, you've got to utilise the auxiliary arc. You've got to make sure, you've got to know when to K-turn and when not to.
Yeah.
Generally, you fly by, and then once you get out of range, then you K-turn. When you're about to get out of range, you K-turn. And here we go. Bulbous manoeuvre is now being completed. Looks like they're going corner to corner here to avoid snookering, which is fine. No, they're choosing to mark, it seems.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I think he's trying to get Bobber in. Maybe he guessed that the IG would bump.
Yes, I mean, if I was in that position, I would assume that the IG would bump. Because it's going to move before you, it's going to move some degree. And Boba's
Oh,
on
he's actually K-turn.
There we go, exactly as you called it, Ross.
Hopefully he's not going to be in range 1 though. But then again, it wouldn't matter even if he was.
I think it's just within range 1 because the bases of a ship is a large base ship is actually just shorter than range 1. But there's clearly a base between them, so yeah, they're in range 1.
So that means he's going to get. Hopefully he'll get some crits this time.
There's a stress token right there. He did get a target lock with Cascars, I believe.
And he gets his re-rolls with the Boba Fett's ability. Now, bear in mind, you cannot re-roll a re-roll.
Wow,
so,
look at that. Natural roll. 2 crits, 2 hits.
Ooh.
Check those dice.
Oh, I think that's 2 evades. So he's taking 2 damage there, I believe.
Well, that's the shields down on the aggressor, at least.
Now, Calf Scarlet gets to fire back.
Let's see where it's going.
And he gets to roll that additional dice, so he'll be rolling 5 dice.
I know she's really potent in the round. I've got a friend who runs it, and he calls it the booty call.
I do love that fact that despite these ships...
Oh! What if your dice to ban you?
3. Oh no, he's re-rolling.
He's got the target lock, so he's going to re-roll.
And of course, as he's making green maneuvers, majority of the time, he is actually able to get that target.
That's still 4 hits.
Easily.
That's still 4 hits.
Yep, so it's definitely 1 hit on him.
And that is a heavily damaged aggressor, I think. 3 hits.
Oh,
no, 2.
2 hits.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Playing very quickly, I will say, these players. Very, very aggressive. Want to get there and get this game done. Don't blame them. They got a long day ahead of them.
I mean, one of the things that I love about these ships is the fact, despite being larger ships, they have such a great amount of maneuverability.
Yeah, the scum ships do seem to have maneuverability on their side. I mean, it's not often you get a large ship having 2 K-turns available.
Mangler cannon is being fired from IG-88D towards Boba Fett. I think he's hoping to take the Fettigator down. He is at range 3, though, it seems. However, they do not get the extra range because, of course, you do not get the extra range for secondary weapons.
Secondary weapons, yeah.
So he's only rolling 2. They're checking the R to see whether it goes through the debris field. I'm not sure what the duration on that is. We'll see with the amount of dice that's rolled. And there we go. Look at that. That's 2 hits and 2 hits right there, which one turns to a crit.
Oh,
nothing.
Both. That's shields down on Boba.
Well, your dice sometimes abandon you, sometimes they stay with you. You know.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's a bit of revenge for
the dice giveth and the dice taketh away.
Yes.
It's difficult to say. I would have thought the IGs had it with their extra firepower, but
no, they've got consistent firepower.
Yeah.
They've just not got the power behind it. Whereas Catscott and Boba Fett, they've got arc coverage. They have the firepower to take out both their opponents, whereas the Iggs, they are really small. They are really small fighters on a large base. Really, they are not. If you look at their hull points, they've got 4 shields, 4 hull. That's not a lot when you consider it. And here we go. Unfortunately, the RJ-88D is making the epic maneuver of actually crashing into one of Cartelli's asteroid debris field, which means he's getting stressed, but he can still fire. He does have to roll a dice. If he gets a crit, then
only
he does.
on a crit.
That's a hit, so no effect.
But to be fair, that's not really that much of a risk because it's a 1 in 8 chance to actually roll that critical hit.
Yes, but it can still happen, and if you are unshielded, it can be devastating.
Oh yes.
That's not what we want to do. And here we go. The surviving aggressor that's just barely surviving is being 1 forward. At this point, I think that aggressor is just out of it. I think it's a mistake to not get that thing turned around because
it's not going to get a shot off this turn.
Yeah, it's not getting a shot off. It didn't shoot last turn, which meant that it was a waste of points. It didn't shoot when it... I guess there was not much it could do in that situation, but he has set up his arcs amazingly well on the second aggressor, RG-88D. However, he's assuming that Catscott and Buffett will just go one or 2 forward, not thinking that they may bank, which I think Turley's going to bank the fire spray, try and crash into that aggressor, clear the stress, but still gets attack off on the damaged the damaged aggressor. And here we go. K4 security droid.
Yep.
He performed a green maneuver, I believe that was. So
he's just gone 1 forward by the looks of things. On
yep. So he gets a focus token, I believe.
No. K4 gives you a target lock.
Ooh,
I believe.
wow.
I think. Let me just check that.
That's a really good card.
He goes into his folder.
Your folder of many things.
Yeah. I'm going to have to get a second one now. K4 is... Yep, you acquire a target lock.
Yep,
Cool.
so that's quite good because it means he focused up for his ability, and so he's got to focus on a target, which is really powerful. Having that dice quality is incredible, especially on something like a fire spray.
Especially on the back arc, because she's always going to roll an additional die. So
True. However, that may just be range 3, which in that case they would be rolling an extra defense dice. Which
that's true.
That's
but
4 defense for the eggs. Not that one's going to last long, I think. I think Boba coming up behind it is going to severely make sure that's the end of days for that aggressor.
that's true, but it's 4 versus 4, so it's just a standard dice roll, really.
That is true. That is true.
If it was me, there's more chance of rolling blanks.
And Boba Fett clears his stress, so he's able to perform an action this turn. So yeah, for the folks at home, so how is X-Wing played generally? You know, for people who've not played X-Wing who are watching,
X-Wing's a very easy game to pick up. Because you've got all the templates for mover, you don't have to worry about tape measures. You don't have to remember anything really, because you've got cards which give you all the information you need. You've got wheels. If you notice when they do maneuvers, they put wheels down. That has the choice of maneuvers specifically to the ship you're flying. So it is.
Here we go, the attack roll from Fett, and that looks too good to be true.
3,
And there's a re-roll because target lock.
4.
And yep, there we go.
No,
That's a dead aggressor.
I don't think he needed to do a target lock there. He could have re-rolled up to 2. He didn't need to waste his target lock.
Yeah, he has it. That's a good point. I think he has it just in case he's not within range of any enemies. And also for this instance, as you say, he's only got 1 re-roll because of or 2 rolls because of 2 ships. With a target lock, you re-roll as many as you want.
Yeah, I wouldn't have used that target lock there. I'd
To be
have
fair,
waited.
he's going to probably destroy that aggressor anyway.
Yeah.
So,
structural damage.
structural damage. So structural damage. Structural damage is reduce your ship's agility value by 1. That is going to be devastating for that aggressor, which is null
And it's gone
void
anyway.
because it's gone.
Now, Kath, I think Kath has just got a shot on
Well, as
the...
yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah. As our resident Fett expert, Alex, what are your thoughts right now?
Well, my thoughts are that. What are you wanting to know? Are we wanting to know what's going to happen via the aggressor to Boba Fett, or are we wanting to know
think
where
it's best.
Boba Fett's going from here?
No, I think how Fett's doing something. I mean, Fett's a really good show. Have you used Fett X-Men at all?
I used the Imperial version. I've never used
So the less
Yeah.
Fett.
Yeah.
That's 3 shots from Kath Scarlet,
Ouch!
and 1 of 8.
Wow, the aggressors are taking a hammering.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's getting quite painful.
Everyone said dual aggressors would be very powerful in the meta, but I just think they just seem to lack power. Auto blaster is being fired, meaning poor Boba Fett cannot avoid this whatsoever. He's gonna take whatever damage he receives.
Well, here's hoping that it's not that much.
I think he can avoid...
You can't spend.
he can avoid the crit results.
So he can avoid crits, but not hits.
Yeah. And crits come off first, so you don't have to suffer them if you've got shields.
But
And he's taken... Did he take 2 damage there?
I believe he did take 2 damage.
Yeah, I have to say I favour Kath.
Kath just has got power going for him.
Yeah, I mean, my current list that I run is Kath Scarlet with an iron cannon, not a heavy laser cannon, and 2 Y-wings, scum Y-wings with iron cannons as well, and basically just plib people to death and use Kath to wipe them out. So you iron them, get Kath the other side into it, so they're in her rear firing arc, and destroy them. And I find that very effective.
They are extremely effective, especially Kath using her rear firing arc is perhaps it's one of the most hardest as a player. It's one of the things I find most frustrating about the game is that 5 attack dice in the rear arc at range 1. That is, that can take out an X-wing if you roll very badly.
Even 4 at the rear arc. which she rolls normally.
Yeah.
It's just absolutely devastating. I mean, you can even
FFG did a successful job of making Catscar and Boba Fett viable within Scum.
Oh, yeah.
Because, of course, the most seen fire sprite before them was Crash's Trellix, the Imperial one.
Mm.
yeah, or just a plain vanilla.
Or a plain
vanilla Imperial.
Plain Imperial bounty hunter.
It is quite odd to see 2 fire sprays on the one board because, as everyone who likes Star Wars should be aware, there was only ever one built.
Actually, there were several, but one was left remaining after destroyed. However, bit of trivia, I think it was Kuat Drive Yards that took up actually acquired the rights to manufacture replicants. Bit of Star Wars geekdom for you then. And it seems we had a bump from the Aggressor just there, so the Aggressor loses action. It is double stress at this point, I'll also point out.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, essentially it's remaining on, because don't forget, there's a debris field under that thing. So it rolls again for damage, and I didn't take any damage from what I could see.
And as we've got a cleared, there's no stress on Boba Fett. We will probably see Boba do a K-turn here.
Probably will.
And 1 forward.
This is actually quite good of Turley. If you can see, he's been rather tactically aware. I think he's going to split.
I have a quick question from the feature match table.
Yep.
If you're on an asteroid
Yes.
and go to come off it and end up going back onto it,
Yes.
do you get another stress token?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a quick rules deliberation there regarding the stress. You do indeed get 2 stress for landing on the debris field again because you can't get off it. And I think Turley's done a good job here. He's splitting up his fire sprays. He's making the one Aggressor have to choose targets.
If he did a green maneuver though, surely he would get rid of one of them.
That is true.
Let me go and have a chat.
That's the beauty of X-Wing. You can sometimes have a few rule disputes, but here we go. As Cat Scarlet moved, and now Boba Fett's about to make I believe, a K-turn. Be very unusual for him to not make a K-turn at this point, since he can possibly get a good frontal coverage on that way. Then again, the auxiliary arc should cover it. Don't you think, Alex?
I don't think it did do a green maneuver. I think it did one of its white turns.
Oh, well. Yeah, I think it tried a white too, you're right. I was seeing that.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat room? Give us a shout. Alright then. 2 forward from Fenton, not a K-turn. I guess he's thinking no point.
He actually did a white maneuver.
Yeah,
That is
that's
what
what I
yes.
thought.
2 forward from Buffett's fire spray.
Bob has only got 2 damage. That's okay. That's fine.
I'm keeping up as best as I can without seeing the cards.
Yeah.
And of course, a target lock from a Vex from a green maneuver using K4 security droid, and a focus as in his actual action. Very good action economy there for these 2 fire sprays. That combination was quite powerful.
I never actually thought Boba would be so powerful, actually.
And here we go, another reroll. Boba Fett, rear auxiliary arc. 3, a hit, and
2, a hit and a crit.
I think that's a hit. Great, yeah. Actually, I think it's a focus.
Reroll.
Yep, he's spending the focus to turn it to a hit, so that's 4 hits. Well, that
is painful.
not IG, but I'll avoid it. And look at that, 2 evades. So it takes 2 more shields, reducing its total hit points to simply 4.
This could be it. This could be the game.
This could be the game.
Unfortunately for the IGs, this does look because they
And it actually took a hit as well. So actually, he's actually got only 2 hits left, 3 hits left.
Yep.
So that's I think this is game. I think Ross has got it right here. It's game.
Unless he rolls really badly, of course.
Which is
Which is
entirely
possible. I mean, he's rolling range 3, so he still gets the 4 dice.
And here we go.
And of course, he's still got the ability to
And look,
reroll.
flopped it. Wait,
No?
he has got the reroll. Yes, true.
I think he's got
2 focus.
focuses because he got the target lock from his green maneuver.
So you can keep the focus, reroll those 2, and there we go, 4 hits.
Oh, look at that.
So the IG
Focus.
The IG is going to probably take all that unless it rolls perfect.
Oh,
It's going to take
my
at least
God.
1. So
Yeah, statistically you're looking at least 1, and that looks like
Oh,
focus. Oh, 2 evades and 2 focus.
yeah, very good.
Oh,
So just hang on with the skin of its teeth.
But I think at this point it's a moot point. I think we
Yeah,
see
illusion.
it's pretty much game here.
pretty much.
That's a bit sad, but yeah.
Oh, I think he's just got a shot on Boba though. He might, and it's range 1. Yeah.
Ooh, here we
And
go.
just so people are aware, it's essentially the rule.
Auto blaster.
The rule is you have to go from closest corner to closest corner within the firing arc. So that's why they were measuring to the bottom
One hit,
corner on the bobber.
but Bubba takes the one hit.
And bobber goes, meh.
Which pretty much is what I would say, right?
Yeah.
It's not doing much, exactly.
It's going to be difficult now where they go. I think Kyle, was it Kyle? Yeah, I think Kyle was expecting that to wipe him. He's left Kath in quite an awkward position to get a shot on next go. I mean,
He's going to have to turn her around.
Yeah.
She can't keep going. She'll go off the board edge.
Yeah, she's not going to be able to shoot this round, I would think.
And the aggressor...
Oh, that's another bump.
That's going to hurt. He removes a stress, I believe, because he came off it, so he doesn't actually gain another stress token.
Yeah.
He doesn't gain one. He
So loses one less stress.
But he has got one stress left, which unfortunately, if he didn't have, he probably could do that evade action and potentially save himself one more hit point. But then how much is that going to come into play? Because Kyle could risk it all and probably go 1 forward, but he'd probably be out of range if he did.
I think definitely he was only just in range with the last shot.
Yes.
Bobber hopefully will just go 1 forward here.
I have seen someone like risk it all on the last mover. So the last mover, he'd go off the board, but he'd kill the person before he went off the board. Amazing maneuver.
So this is going to be a two tight, I believe.
Right. Yep.
It surprised me just how manoeuvrable that ship is. It's not until you see which one is it? Clone Wars, is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Attack of the Clones.
Attack of the Clones, yeah.
Where you see how manoeuvrable that fire spray actually is on screen.
Well, they were built as patrol crafts
Yeah.
and prisoner ships. So
police craft.
yeah, that's why they have a holding area, which makes sense for Bounty to have.
Oh, no, that's not good.
I think he may just do it with a 2-turn. If not, he's risking it all at this point.
Yeah, I would probably have banked
Okay,
there.
security droid. If he would have banked, he would have ended up on an asteroid
Yeah,
and
that's
not be on
true.
fire. So I think at this point, this is a better move tactically for Turley.
Or even a 1 forward.
Yes, but we'll see what happens. I mean, he's probably going to kill that aggressor this turn. I doubt it's going to last much longer.
I mean, he's got one shot and
One shot will do it.
And
And he's in Kath's rolling. Well, Kath isn't rolling, but
he's pretty much guaranteed to get one.
law of averages will say that he has one
Because
because the dice naturally favour hits than they do evades.
So let's see. What is the outcome for the aggressor?
Okay,
So
reroll.
Spence is-
Spend the target lock, of course.
Just spent target lock this time. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah.
For reroll.
And there's
That's
3
3
hits.
hits.
He's got to get a perfect roll on the aggressor or it's game over.
No,
And it's game over.
over.
There's the shake of the hand, and it's the end of the match. Well, what a fascinating end to the match. It's I never expect the match to last.
He's now going to check to see whether he can fit in.
Oh,
No, he would have been off.
He would have been off.
Yeah.
He took the risk. He knew it was a calculated risk that paid off in the end.
Yeah.
Which I'd say that was smart playing on his part. If he would have failed, he would, of course would have been a fool. But then that's the difference between being a tactical genius and a complete idiot.
You mean like me when I'm playing?
Well, there have been some generals through history who have made very bad mistakes.
Yes. Pretty much all of them, I should imagine, at one point at a time.
We're going to take a break. We'll join you with the second round as soon as it comes up. Go away, have a drink, grab something to eat. We'll be back with you soon at Thinner Games Extra Stream.